Good morning, Blessed Squad. It's your girl. Back in the cut. All right, that's going in the cart. You feel me? My little brother does not have a warrant for his arrest. Why am I acting like I'm about to do an introduction to a video? Oh, what's good? What's poppin', shorty? What's good? What's up, poppin', fellow youngin'?
All right, besties, welcome back in the cut. This video, the concept of this video rather, was suggested by one of you guys, one of our good besties, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so what better time to talk about it than now? And this video itself was kind of short, 15 minutes, which is what I wanted today because I knew I probably would have a lot to say of my own commentary. So if you don't like these videos, sorry. And the last one was 2 hours. A lot of the ones that we're probably going to do coming up are long. And it's like finals time for me in my college semester. So, we're hanging on here. But the person that suggested this suggested a title, something like Chloe Yazmean refuses to admit that she struggles with mental health issues, or Chloe Yazmean has mental health issues and refuses to admit it. And I do like that, and I probably will do something similar in the title. But the thing is that she kind of waffles on it, right? Because this video is called Things I Do for My Mental Health When I Feel Down. And she talks a lot about feeling anxious, sometimes even feeling depressed. I think the initial video I wanted to react to with this concept was one that I think was called like Clean My Depression Room With Me or something like that. It's not even that she refuses to admit it, it's that she refuses to get help. And maybe that's what you said, maybe that was what the person who suggested this said, is that she genuinely just doesn't. She'll sit here and say, I have anxiety, I'm depressed, and she'll make jokes about having a shopping addiction and this and that, when it's not a joke. It is obvious that she does deal with that. We know that her parents are addicts. That is a mental health condition. Addiction is mental health. So she'll say all this, and then we never see her like doing the work, because mental health is serious. Mental health is very hard, and it is genuinely okay to not be okay. It is. However, therapy and things like that are resources that are here to help you feel better. I'm a huge proponent of therapy all the time, and I know we say all the time on this channel that like she would benefit from therapy, but truly she would. I think everyone would, not just like Chloe and the gang, but everyone. Therapy is very helpful in a lot of ways. And I understand that like a big argument for her is that her religion, but that shouldn't be a barrier in getting true help for your mental health, because the two can be true at once, right? Maya Graves talks about Christian-based therapy all the time. So there's truly no excuse or reason why she won't get help. Simply, one, she doesn't have a super supportive environment. And two, again, it's just not easy to get help. It's hard to admit that you need that help sometimes. It's hard to feel like you can't handle things on your own. So that is true. But it's clear, especially as of lately, that she is not okay. She doesn't feel very good. She doesn't have a grasp on her mental health. And it's sad to see. No matter what we talk about on the channel, no matter how we feel, it's sad to see someone struggling. And I think that her content would be better. I think her life in general would be better. I think maybe she would feel like getting out and doing more things if she had help with all of, whatever's going on. So videos like this are not my favorite of hers. I don't even know if I've watched this video real time, because I don't think she should be one that's talking about stuff like this. I don't think she should be giving tips or tricks, because surely what she talks about in this video probably isn't bad. It's not quote unquote wrong. However, it's not necessarily ideal, right? Like I think right now she's probably doing like Bible study or journaling in this thumbnail. That's great. That's super helpful. I'm a big proponent of journaling. I journal pretty much every day. It is super helpful to like brain dump and stuff like that. I'm sure that Bible studying can be very beneficial and like soul searching behavior. Absolutely. However, if you're not getting to the root of why you feel the way that you are feeling, if you're not fully understanding how you feel and why you feel that way, these things are not going to truly help. They're not addressing the problem. And that's what therapy and things like that will do. These are things that you can use in tandem with therapy, or even after you go to therapy and learn more about yourself and how to cope and how to deal These are absolutely good tools. She's kind of giving like glamorizing or romanticizing mental health. And that's really not, it's not glamorous, nor is it romantic half the time. Like, that's a big thing on social media, is like the glamorization, the romanticization of mental health and mental health issues. And it's kind of weird, and it's not super conducive and super helpful to like ending the stigma of mental health and ending the conversations of mental health being taboo. It's not really super helpful. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what she has to say and talk more about it. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
Girl, don't mind my hair. It's in like the awkward drying stage. But anyways, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you all can tell by the title as well as the thumbnail, I am going to be sharing with you guys some things that make me feel a lot better when I'm feeling down. Honestly, if I really wanted to, I could make this video like hours long because I've discovered a lot of different things make me feel better during my down times, but nobody's gonna watch that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share with you guys.
First of all, I mean, she always has to do something like that. Don't mind my hair. Don't mind my outfit. Don't mind this. Don't mind that. Like, it's the fishing for compliments. It's crazy. But even kind of like I talked about how this video seems like glamorization or romanticizing, even kind of her like demeanor here seems like she's like putting on an act a little bit and like acting how she feels like she should in this video because it's more of like a serious topic. And it's not really giving super authentic, I'll tell you that, especially when you watch her other content. Now, one thing I'll say is that in general, yes, this like 15-minute, I think a lot of what we're doing here is like voiceover stuff. I think that's good content. I think that's the kind of content she could and should be making. I just don't know if this topic is ideal. But again, let's see, like, we'll see what she even brings up. We'll see what she even says and her explanations behind it.
Like 6 or 7 things that make me feel better during my downtime. So if you are in a downtime right now, you just don't feel the best, keep watching because I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys some things that have truly helped me during these times, and I believe they will help you guys as well. Enough talking, let's get into this video. Okay, so starting off here, this is actually the most important and the most effective thing I will be sharing in today's video, and it is spending time with the Lord Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, this makes the biggest difference when I'm feeling a little sad, a little anxious, a little down, just not feeling the best. Jesus, each and every time I pray to him, he comes in, he comforts me, and he makes me feel safe. And one thing I know for a fact about Jesus is nobody knows me how he knows me. Nobody loves me how he loves me. Nobody can help me how he can help me. It is such an honor to be the daughter of the Most High. It is such an honor, you guys, and it is a privilege to be able to spend time with him and pray to him. So I really do suggest spending time with Jesus Christ. He loves you, he knows you, and he is the only one that is able to help you. And the more you spend time with Jesus, the more you can feel him and hear him. Amen. The next thing that helps me.
Okay, first of all, like, is she even doing this stuff every day? Like, do we actually think that, like, these are things that she truly incorporates into her life, that are truly things that she does, that are truly things that she stands by? Or is this just, like, things that she kind of, like, thinks work, things that she knows, like, can work? And even just, even just, like, the little scenes of her, like, sitting there and like the outfit change randomly. What is that supposed to prove? Like, yeah, I do this every day. Like, that in and of itself is a little bit performative. And like, she has this like lo-fi voice on for this and everything. And it's just like, it's kind of silly. And this isn't a silly topic. Like, this isn't something that is funny, but she's kind of just making it a little silly because we see how she is, we see her content, and we know that this isn't how she acts usually. So I feel like there's better ways to kind of do this, and I just don't even know if this is a video that she should be making.
Is staying hydrated. When I tell you guys staying hydrated makes the biggest difference in your mental health. When I am hydrated, I have mental clarity, I feel so much happier, I have so much more energy, my body feels amazing. There are just so many benefits to staying hydrated, and every single day I drink at least one hydration packet. Here I am drinking the Gatorade Rapid Rehydration Gatorlyte packet, and they're not the easiest for me to drink, so I put them on ice and it like waters it down and gets it ice cold, and anything is easier to drink that way. And of course, I drink tons of plain water as well. I just incorporate one hydration packet every single day because if you don't have enough electrolytes, you're not going to be hydrated no matter how much water you drink.
I mean, yeah, sure. That's not even like mental health adjacent. That's just health in general. That's just something you should be doing regardless for your general health. Promotion of like electrolyte packets and stuff. I mean, me personally, I also drink them pretty regularly. I've talked about that before, that I have like POTS adjacent symptoms and they help with that. So I have no issue with that. That's neither here nor there. Obviously, the plastic water bottles, we're not even going to talk about it because yikes. But even that, I mean, she talks about not drinking enough water like every day. Like, almost every video you watch, she's like, oh, I should be drinking more water. I need to be drinking more water. So yeah, a lot of it's just kind of coming off like pretend a little bit.
Taking a nice relaxing stroll really gives me so much peace, you guys. It gives me a lot of time to just think, talk with the Lord Jesus Christ, and just process everything that may be happening. And I just feel so refreshed when I get done with my walk. I take pictures, I might put on a little bit of music, and just enjoy the time I have. Cleaning your home.
Okay. I mean, yeah, again, super good for you mentally and physically. Physical activity, just staying as active as possible is big. I work from home, but I have an office job. So if you are a desk worker like me, you definitely understand how important it truly is to like get up, get moving. I'm a big proponent of a hot girl walk, a mental health walk. I have a dog, so I get to go on 2 to 3 little cutesy walks every day with her. But even if I didn't, it is a big thing. No shade there. I think that's a good thing to promote. However, again, is she taking a walk every day? Is this something she's actually doing regularly? Or does she just know that this is something people suggest? Who knows, right? Again, like the lo-fi voice and the B-roll footage. It's kind of funny. It's kind of not landing how she wants it to me.
May not be the most fun, but it is definitely extremely satisfying. You guys, when I get done cleaning, I feel so accomplished. I feel so relaxed. I feel so peaceful. I feel so clean. I just have so many amazing emotions and feelings when I get done cleaning, and I just love it. So even though it's not the most fun to get it done, honestly, sometimes I do enjoy it, but I know not everybody does. It may not be the most fun, but I really do suggest giving yourself some discipline, doing what you gotta do so that in the end you can feel so much better. Do it for your future self.
Well, that's kind of a load of BS because we know that she doesn't do that regularly. I mean, every time she comes on the camera, she's like, oh, don't look at my room, it's crazy. Oh, I haven't cleaned my bathroom in 2 weeks. Oh, look, I really need to clean my car out. Like, we know she's not just like truly keeping up with this stuff as she's like insinuating. And that is something that I think, yes, is what she's saying like wrong? No. However, her talking about give yourself some discipline. Now, ma'am, I don't think that you're the one to talk about discipline to anyone. Where's your discipline at in anything, right? We see you when you get to the store, no discipline. We see all the stuff packed into your house, not disciplined, not at all. She is and this is just my opinion, but she's a lazy person who puts on airs of being productive when the camera is on. And a lot of that could be caused by mental health, because her sitting here and saying like, oh, one thing that is really important is cleaning, and like, yeah, it might not be the most fun, but this and that, and have some discipline, and that's so much easier said than done when you're truly struggling. A huge part of struggling with mental health is knowing everything that needs to be done, seeing everything piling up, feeling overwhelmed, feeling worse because everything is a mess, and simply just not having the ability to do that. Not even not having the motivation, but just not being able to, not having that strength because you don't feel good. That's real. That's real mental health. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with. And that's why you get help, true help, to figure out why you're feeling like that and figure out little steps like habit stacking and getting a better grip on executive dysfunction, whatever it may be for you, but learning why you're doing that, what's triggering it, and little ways that add up to overcome it. It's not always the easiest thing to say, like, well, I just need to do this. It has to get done. Sometimes you do lack that discipline, and things like therapy help you find it. So it's not always as easy as just being like, well, get disciplined, just be better. Doesn't really work like that. And so that's why I don't take these things seriously in the context of her.
I don't know why, you guys, but feeding my family makes me feel so good on the inside. So cooking yummy, delicious meals also really helps me when I'm not feeling the best, maybe going through some mental things or anything of that sort. Just cooking, it just takes my mind off of anything negative, and I just get to really put my focus on making the meal taste amazing and bringing it to perfection. And my favorite part, you guys, my top favorite part is when the meal is done and I can bring everyone their plates, or I can call everyone up because it's time to eat. And when everybody enjoys the meal, oh my gosh, I feel so great, and I go to bed feeling very accomplished and happy. Here on this day, as you guys can see, I made some yummy cornbread. I think we can all relate to relaxation being a way to reset, recoup, and just feel amazing all over again. Whether you just been working a lot, or you just been being a mom, or you just have tons going on in your schedule, whatever it may be, relaxation is very important. I kept it simple this night, and I just took a nice, hot, relaxing bath.
I actually cannot with this voice. But again, like, yes, spending time for yourself, relaxation, as she's saying, is important. However, a thing that a lot of people with mental health struggle with is executive dysfunction, where they spend a lot of time not necessarily doing nothing, but struggling with doing tasks that they need to do, and then they're strapped for time and they don't have time to get everything done in their day because they, like she said, are working, they're busy, they have kids, what have you. And things like relaxation, quote unquote, again, kind of fall to the wayside because you're already putting off doing everything you have to do, and then you don't have time, and then it snowballs and it gets to be a lot. Here she wasn't, I don't even know if her and Jordan were married in this video. She definitely doesn't have the baby. She doesn't work. We know that. So her saying any of that just falls flat regardless, because again, she has all the time in her day to do anything, whereas most people don't. So most of these tips are not going to be super, super realistic and super, super helpful when she doesn't have a relatable life. But yes, you absolutely should prioritize and take time for self-care. But sometimes, again, even that seems like too much effort. Sometimes it's super hard to like get up and even have like the strength and the ability to do more than very, very basic needs when you're truly, truly, truly struggling. So not a bad thing to promote and say, but also not necessarily super realistic if you're like deep in the trenches of struggling.
Sometimes I'll do a face mask, a hair mask, and just do all the extra. But on this particular night, I just wanted to keep it really simple and really chill. I lit a candle, I relaxed in the bath, I drank some ice water, and I really enjoyed it. Being nice to yourself and taking care of yourself makes you feel so much better about yourself. And how you feel about yourself determines how much you will accomplish in life. So be nice to yourself, uplift yourself. Now, not only does relaxation make me feel good, but also little things like getting my nails done. I feel so extra pretty when my nails are done. So I've been getting my nails done, you guys. I'm going to be trying out a new nail tech soon. I booked an appointment to get my eyebrows laminated and waxed. Y'all know I love to get my lashes done. And speaking of all these beauty things, I also
Okay. And even that one, not everyone has the time nor the money to be able to do all these services. Are they nice? Yeah, absolutely. Are they things that some people do prioritize for themselves to make themselves feel good? Yes, absolutely. I love getting my nails done. I get my nails done as much as I can, or I do my own press-ons, whatever, but it's always been a thing for me. And it absolutely is like just a nice little time for myself. But I don't always have time to do that because I have other things going on. And these services are not cheap either, especially not in today's life. So that was just an unnecessary thing to even really bring up because in the grand scheme of life, that's just not attainable for a lot of people. Yeah, it can make you feel really, really good, and it is just a form of self-care, absolutely, but not necessarily super realistic and not something to necessarily, well, if you're depressed, just go get your nails done. That's not really helpful, is it? And her like spiel about, I don't even know what she said, if you're how you feel about yourself determines like what you can achieve in your life, so be nice to yourself. I don't think she's a person to even try and speak profoundly. I don't think she has any merit to try and be inspirational because, to be quite honest, she's not necessarily a role model for achievements in life. Like, as if you're a young girl watching her, I wouldn't aspire to be like her because she hasn't quote unquote achieved a whole heck of a lot. So I feel like that was unnecessary to say. That wasn't something that really needed to be talked about in this video. If this is truly like mental health tips and tricks, that could like make you even feel worse. Because a lot of people that struggle with mental health do also struggle with comparison or just feeling like they're not doing as much in life as they should be, struggling with figuring out how to, keep up with life and dig themselves out of like what feels like a huge weight and hole that's like holding them back. So to say like, well, just be nice to yourself and this and that, like people that have mental health aren't necessarily not nice to themselves. They're just struggling. They have mental health issues that they need help with. People aren't just inherently rude to themselves, mean to themselves on purpose. So, yeah. Anyways,
once in a while like to get up, do my makeup, get all dressed, make my hair look super cute because it just makes me feel so confident and beautiful for the day. I know that I am beautiful naturally, but it's just so much fun to do this once in a while. Okay guys, so before I go ahead and officially end off today's video, I wanted to go ahead and come in really fast and share with you guys 3 more things that I couldn't or didn't necessarily film but still wanted to go ahead and share that really helped me during my down times. Number 1, helping others. When you help others, you're not
girl, what do you do to help others? Stop it. Stop right there. Her thoughts on like getting dressed, looking nice, putting your makeup on, looking cute. Yeah, again, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, not something that's super easy for people to do sometimes. Sometimes that kind of like effort is seemingly impossible. It feels so hard. And it's not that you don't want to. It's just that it's really hard. It's just hard to get up and do these things and take care of yourself, even though you want to, even though you know you have to. It's not necessarily that easy of just being like, oh, just do it. So yeah, this is a whole bunch of BS. Helping people. Girl, help yourself.
Not so focused on what you have going on or what may be going on in your life. You are focused on them and helping them, and in return it just gives you so much joy and peace. I've heard Joyce Meyer say many times, and my mom also said that she heard Dodie Osteen say, when you help other people with their things and their problems and you handle their problems, he will handle yours and he will take care of yours. He being Jesus Christ. Number two, chilling with my family, hanging out with my family, getting out, having fun with my family. Because, girl, at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, who's gonna have my back is my family. So when I'm with my family, I feel safe and I feel like I'm at home. And last but not least, being number three, and honestly, one of the most important ones, being thankful. All throughout the day, just thanking Jesus for the things that I have, the good that is in my life. Thanking him just for being him. Being thankful really changes your perspective on life and your perspective on your circumstances. Because at the end of the day, there is still so much more to be grateful for. And when you think about where you have come from and the things that Jesus has saved you from, oh my gosh, you don't have a choice but to be just so thankful and so much more happy. Anyways, with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed making today's video and I really hope you guys can do some of these things for yourself to make yourself feel better. If you're feeling a little sad or a little down, I wanted to make this video to go ahead and help my sisters and brothers out here get through these hard times and still have peace of mind. I love you guys. God bless you all in Jesus' mighty name. And it's time for me to go.
Yeah. Well, again, yeah, what she said about spending time with family, I think is fair. Like, community is big. Community is really, really important when you do struggle. It's really, really helpful to have people that are there for you. It doesn't have to be family, can be friends. Friends can be family, right? Like, that's having people in your corner and having people that are there for you, even when you're not there for yourself, is really, really big. Unfortunately, not everyone has that. Unfortunately, it's not super easy for everyone to have that. So she's not wrong. But again, it's just kind of it's kind of just like it's like she just Googled like things for mental health and then just like did this little weird performative video, because none of this stuff seemed genuine. None of this stuff seemed like, well, we know half the stuff isn't things that she does every day. Things that she even talks about doing on a regular basis. And yeah, just some of it just seemed like basic everyday stuff, absolutely. But again, when you are struggling, when you truly deal with mental health, basic everyday stuff can be really, really tough, right? And her speaking on gratitude is crazy when she rarely ever expresses gratitude. She's extremely tone deaf and extremely entitled 90% of the time these days. So yeah, you should have gratitude. However, sometimes that can be really hard too, because she talks about like, oh, well, if you remember where you came from and you remember, you know, this and that. But that's not always true for everyone. That's really not. Sometimes circumstances happen to you in your life that are bad, and there's nothing you can do about that. Detrimental things can happen to people every day, even if they don't come from, you know, bad beginnings. So it can be really hard to quote unquote be grateful. It can be really hard to look on the bright side sometimes when really hard and bad things are happening to you. So she's not wrong. None of the things that she said were bad or wrong, but most of them were very surface level. Again, like I said, it looks like she just was like, Pinterest list of, I'm a millennial, okay? Pinterest list of mental health tips. And was like, okay, I'll just act out myself doing some of this. And like put on this customer service voice. It just seemed super fake, super strange. Like, if this is the video you like got introduced to her by, and then the next video is like one of her regular vlogs, that's crazy. Because this is not how she is as a person. This is not who she is as a person. This is not how she lives her life. And that's fine. But it was just exceptionally fake. The vibe she was giving was basically just like, just don't feel sad. Just be better. Just get up, just get over it. And that's not really how it works. And we know that because how many times does she come on this camera, especially lately, talking about being exhausted, overwhelmed, anxious, what have you. Because you can do this stuff all day long doesn't mean it's going to make you feel better. It doesn't. Sometimes you genuinely need help. And cooking dinner and Bible study isn't going to help you necessarily. It can. Once you have a grasp on things, once you know yourself, once you understand what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, but it might not necessarily help you to handle it initially. That's where therapy and things like that come into play, because you can only help yourself if you know how and you know what you're helping. So yeah, Mental health is a tough one. Mental health is really hard. As the great Amberlynn Reed once said, mental things is scary. And that's true. As y'all know, I have ADHD. I struggle with depression. I struggle with anxiety. I struggle with addictive personality. My dad had an addictive personality. I know this. Initially, my life dream was to be a criminal psychologist. I went to school for many years for psychology before changing everything. So it is something that I feel should be talked about more. I feel like it should be less stigmatized. I feel like it should be less taboo. I don't feel like videos like this are the way to do that. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think she handles her mental health well? Do you think she has a good grasp on it? Do you think this video landed well? Do you think these tips were good? As always feel like you can come in these comments if you're having a bad day, if you're going through something. Her little people that come in these comments aside, the real ones here are here for us. And feel free to always hit me up on Reddit if you just need to like talk, vent, whatever, because it's hard out here. It is. It's hard out here, and it's hard to struggle alone. So anyways, on that note, we have some more fun ones and less like this coming up soon. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye, besties!